Phoenix Feather Gaming is not intended for kids. Phoenix herself likes to go on long tangents about more adult-oriented things in her life and tends to curse a lot. Even if the game showcased is for a younger audience, Phoenix is playing it for her own nostalgia's sake and will still talk about these things. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Phoenix Feather Gaming, and welcome back to episode 2 of Wobbledogs! Yes, I'm finally back after months and months of not saying anything or uploading anything, but my life has been a complete cavalcade of errors, which I will get into once we get into the game. Please ignore that. Kato, if you're watching this, you're cameoing on my YouTube channel. Whoops. Anyway, let's begin. As you can probably see, the playtime is a little longer than we expected, and we have our dog hatched and ready to go from last time, who I named Blitzen, because it is Christmas. As of when I'm uploading this, it's Christmas month, and he kind of looks like he has deer antlers. Now, I did try and do a recording of this before, which is why he's here, and there are a few inconsistencies, but my mic was not on. I know, rookie error, but here we are. And while we were gone, I actually bred another dog from the same parents as Blitzen, and now we have a very long blue dog. And we also got some achievements for both tiny litter, which is when you breed 2 dogs and only 1 dog pops out, and for massive litter, which was a whole cavalcade of wobbling dogs. There are also some neat traits that this little blue guy will have compared to Blitzen over here. So, I should probably explain where I've been for the past half a year. I am still in college. That has not changed. However, due to changes in my family structure, none of which I am going to go too on about because they are sad, I had to move house. I no longer live in a house. It's back to apartment living for me. And oh my god, look at that long dog. Considering we named one Blitzen, we're gonna name this one, no, I don't feel like Cupid works. Donner. This one's Donner. We got the long achievement. And, an achievement for getting a dog with a tail. Caterpillar sculpture! Oh, that's so cute. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I live in an apartment now, again. I lived in an apartment before I started Phoenix Feather Gaming. But I live in a townhouse now, which is a very nice townhouse. I live here with my family, and it has its pros as well as cons. I live upstairs in the upstairs bedroom. I actually rather like it up here. It's very comfy, but unfortunately, I also have to make do with noise curfew because I don't want to bother my family. Nor do I want to bother my neighbors. And noise curfew here is after 10. I am currently recording this at 8:55, so this may be a shorter form video than the last one. Not because for lack of trying, but aww, look guys, they're snoozing together. It's like my actual dogs. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, I have to be careful because I don't want to annoy my neighbors or, get a noise or lease violation. I don't want my landlord to show up here tomorrow morning and be like, why are you like this? Even though that's a question I cannot answer but would like to for myself. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that we have a long dog, we don't really need to start force-feeding them bananas or French fries anymore. So let's clean things up around here. So Be careful that when you use the cleaning option, that food is destroyed, eggs and seeds are collected, toys and dog cores will be put away, but if you have egg capsules out, you will no longer be able to open them because they will be gone. Thankfully, I think I checked, there are no capsules, so let's clean things up. And, while we're at it, let's get out some new food dispensers. Not so much this one, we got it in the last episode. But we have spooky food. And we got this in the episode that I had to re-record due to my mic being off. A Space Lab dispenser. So now we have all sorts of food to play with for our dogs. So we've got alien fruit. We have dehydrated treats. Moon cheese, which I think makes your dogs flat. Onion rings, which makes them big, if I remember correctly. We've been over this. We have candied apples. Decorative corn, which I believe is based off of something called flint corn, which is not very tasty, but still edible. It's more kind of a popcorn type thing. Gourd. Candy corn, just like real corn, only worse. Hey, I actually like candy corn. Not a lot of it. It can become a bit overbearing considering the amount of corn syrup in it. But I like it. I like the taste, and I'm a real sugar fiend. And we also have a mini pumpkin, which is so cute. So I'm just gonna put a lot of different things out. So let's put out some candy apples and some coconut and these mini pumpkins, because why not? And onion rings and maybe some cheese. Can never go wrong with cheese, right? I feel like a lot of dogs like cheese. In the last episode, I think I remember telling you guys that I was going to have dogs in my house. Specifically one. However, things have changed, and now I do not just have one dog. I have two. Technically, one of them is my cousin who lives with me, but they still live in my house, and I still love the dog, and I still take care of them. But there is Benji, the dog in question, and Callie, who I mentioned in the last episode. However, there has been a bit of an issue that we have found with Oh, Donner, you puked. So let's get that out of here. I don't want you eating that. I'm recording. Sorry about that, folks. Another problem with apartment living is that, back in my old house, I actually used to live far off in the back where I didn't get a lot of interruptions. Now, no shade to my family. I like having them around. It's great. But here in my apartment, kind of everybody can hear what I'm doing, and there's a lot more room for interruptions, unfortunately. Oh boy. As is normal for Wobbledogs, there's a lot of poo going around. We'll go over the new gut flora here in a minute, once I get Blitzen strung up here. Let's see what we got. We have Bacto. Double the flora, double the fun. We don't know what it does yet, but apparently it can be found in candy apples. This, Dropelia. It does look kind of gross, it's right. Why is my door opening? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, and those of us who know better, my door seems to be haunted. I don't know why my door just opened apropos of nothing, but, that's not a question we're gonna answer right now. So, we know we can get this gross-looking flora from cheese. Boy, I hope that's not, like, real life, because if we get that kind of thing from cheese, I'm probably gonna stop eating cheese. Magnelium. Yeah, I think this is implying that it makes dogs bigger, or just intensifies their traits. I'm not sure. We got this one, vaguely paw-shaped. It is kind of cute. interior, and this is Peptocoli. Sensible flora with a pleasing palette. Personally, I think the color palette here kind of reminds me a little too much of ham and cheese. I don't really like ham and cheese, so therein lies my problem, unfortunately. Gosh, what else has been going on? I want everyone to know that I'm nearly done with my current semester of college. Oh, my goodness, they ate that fast. So, I am nearly done with my current semester of college, and I want everyone to know that the previous frickin' semesters, the previous class load that I was in when we talked last, I passed. I passed math class with a 92, which is great for somebody who absolutely sucks butt with numbers. Unfortunately, I did flunk a test here and there, but the assignments allowed me to keep redoing them until I got full marks. I fully give that all the credit for me passing. I don't exactly oh my goodness, what has happened here? They got longer anyway. They kind of remind me of a Colby Jack stick. Keeping it clean. I guess that's from me cleaning up the puddles. Oh, and now I don't ever have to do it again, because we got a Roomba. A Roomba for our dogs. A dog Roomba. I'm gonna put this out here, so now I don't have to worry about cleaning up any spills. I will still have to clean up poo and half-eaten food and the like. Let's see, we got some more things here. What's this? Planum mirabilis. Looks like a bunch of worms. It does. I think this is the one that makes your dog kind of flat. Flat dog. I could be wrong, though. Excuse me. We also learned some new things about the bacteria we went over earlier. Apparently, Bactobacto intensifies their pattern and gives them a more narrow stance. Interesting. Contrarialis gives them a wide stance. Sort of hard to pronounce, but that's not really its fault. No, a lot of biological bacteria or whatever. Have you ever heard some of the crazy scientific names for things? They sure are long-winded. And it looks like this gives a narrow stance as well. Like, my favorite bird, which I can remember off the top of my head because I'm a complete and utter nerd, is the western meadowlark, which I believe the fancy name for it is Sternella neglecta, which makes me sad because it implies that it's like a plebeian bird, and maybe it is, but it has such a pretty song, and it has this bright yellow on its stomach that makes it it's just really nice. Also, you should really sleep. I know they're ready to mutate, but I like having all their stats taken care of first. And there's Misha, just being their silly self. Oh look! Those flowers that we planted in the last episode have grown into something really pretty. You never know. You really do never know what crazy things you're going to... You hear Donner snoring? Reminds me of my actual dogs. Anyway, I see, oh, we have some different traits here. Blitzen is peaceful, kind of like Misha, but also aloof. So, not very social, but nice when they are. I can relate to that. And Donner is a glutton. That I can really relate to. I'm not going to deny the fact that I really like food. I do. In fact, I wanted to go into the culinary arts, but due to a weird... What did you just do? Okay. Due to a weird, defect in my general makeup, I cannot smell, and can't see very well either, as I went on about in my past, recording. So, I figured the high-stress environment of a 5-star chef type thing would be a little too much for me. Oh boy. Less blue, they're more lavender now. What a pretty color, though. So what's with their legs? It kind of looks like their forelegs are longer than their back legs, which is entirely possible. We also learned ooh, what's this? A superficially one-note flora with surprising complexity. Orocalphus. Okay. Bactocalcia, this is what you get from teeth. Oh, this makes them big and glossy. Dense, dried, and fortified. Now, don't take this as a thing that you should do in real life. Eating people's teeth will not make you big and glossy. No, in fact, it just kind of makes you weird. Looks like Contrarialis also gives them an inverted snout. Kind of more bean-shaped. This ham-like body. Ham-like? You know, I never really know what that... Does it make them shaped like a ham? Or does it make them colored like a ham? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I was right. This one does make big dogs. Yellow coloration. Yeah, I can see that. And flat. Flat and wide. So I do and there's our little doggy Roomba doing things that we don't have to. Ain't it great to outsource some of the work? The last time I got a stipend from my college tuition refund, part of me wanted to buy a Roomba. Mostly because I find robots and things, not AI, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, I don't care much for AI, especially considering it uses up good fresh water and steals art from people. And if you're one of those AI freaks who's like, AI's great, you're just not woke enough. Please get off my channel. I want to hurt you. Not actually. Maybe I shouldn't be making threats on my YouTube channel. Can kind of get me into some kind of trouble. But if you're an AI or tech bro who believe that, like, if you believe that Elon Musk is our savior, please leave my fucking channel. I don't like you. I just don't. So, go away. But I do like robots, like Roombas, and I don't know if you guys know about Aibo. Aibo it's funny that I bring up dog-related topics in my Wobbledogs video, but Aibo is a stupid expensive, but stupid cute and stupid cool robot dog. And if you're wondering how much, and how expensive an Aibo is, something to the tune of $3,000. AKA too rich for my blood. But I see videos of them just roaming around and being cute, and they fascinate me. I don't know why, they do. The same with virtual pets, like in the Tamagotchi or Gigapet type sensibility. I actually have, in the time that between this video and the last, I have actually obtained 4 Tamagotchis, and I'm hoping to get a new one for Christmas. I actually really like virtual pets. I like their programming. I like seeing how different care results in different characters. Things like that. I actually want to run my Tamagotchi connection again sometime. Please excuse that. That would be my phone. If anybody recognizes that ringtone, that is the ringtone from Persona 3. I have been watching one of my friends play Persona 3. No spoilers. Please do not leave any spoilers in the comments. We are just about to get to the end, and if any of you spoil the end, I will find you and I will eat all your chocolate. But crap, what was I saying before that? Oh yes. Thank you for your statement, Poop Donner. I really appreciate it. But yes, I was talking about Tamagotchi, and then... Oh yeah. One of the problems I have with modern Tamagotchi is that they wake up too McFrickin' early. The Uni, which is one of the color screen, more modern releases, wakes up at like 7 in the goddamn morning. I can't stand that. Also, new thing. Crystallized flora with a mysterious past. Phenobacti. Comes from Nuggies. Not gonna lie to you, I've been kind of in the market for a good chicken nugget. And I'm not saying like oh boy, someone threw up because they cannot control how much they eat. No, what do you mean they're getting old? I don't want them to die just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to store them. Blitzen looks to be a bit hungry, so I shall... Nope, looks like they took care of it by themselves. Anyway, new Tamagotchis wake up early. I believe the newest release, called the Tamagotchi Paradise, fixes this issue. And they, wake up late and go to bed early. Which is great for someone like me, because even though I have a college schedule, I am not what you would call an early bird or an early riser. In fact, I'm more of a late bird. A very late bird. A really, 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 really late bird. Like owl on steroids, late bird. But yeah. That's been, my current interests. And it's also funny that we're getting back to Wobbledogs after my semester of a really intense biology course. When I am recording this, December 8th, tomorrow I will be going to class for the penultimate, so like the second last class of the semester. And then I will be going again on Thursday and taking my final, and then I will be fucking off until next semester. My god, you really do just stuff yourself, don't you, Donner? You're going to be quite the interesting one genetically. I need to separate you from the food for a bit because you're starting to worry me. So go to bed. See what's going on in here. That's a weird looking dirt clump. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm very sniffly as of late. Last time it was because of hay fever, but now it's getting to be around flu and cold season. I did get my flu shot, like a good Phoenyx. However, I will tell you that in the interim, I actually caught both flus at once. Both influenza A and influenza B. And I wanted to end my bloodline. Getting one flu already sucks. But I got slapped across one cheek with one, and then slapped across the other cheek with the other. I did have my flu shot then, but I guess I got it too early? It must have worn off. That, or maybe it wasn't formulated to attack the right flu virus, considering they're always mutating. Phoenix Feather Gaming, PSA, please wash your hands. Please get your flu shots if you or loved ones around you can be severely affected by the flu. And don't get people sick. Please. It sucks. You don't want to know on your conscience that you got somebody sick with both flus at once and made them want to unexist for a week. Now that I'm recalling it, the classes I was in while I was gone, there was the math class, which I passed. There was a painting class, which was fun, but I didn't really get along with the professor. Nothing against her, she and I just didn't really mesh. In the way that, like, I don't know, sometimes teachers or professors' way of teaching just doesn't gel well with the way that you learn. And that's how it was for me in painting class. However, I also did a drawing class, which I'm pretty sure the teacher for that class is a saint among humans. Just really sweet, really encouraging. Even if you didn't know jack diddly squat about drawing, she would always encourage you, and it was just really nice. In fact, while I'm thinking about that teacher, I entered an essay contest in my local college. And the topic was writing about a professor who changed your outlook or just generally bettered your life. And I wrote about her. Now, am I saying that, oh, I'm definitely going to win, all those other plebs don't have anything on me? No. But I do feel like I have a good chance of winning. PSA number 2 from Phoenix Feather Gaming. Please, stay humble. You don't want to be super cocky about things, because then you're just hard to get along with, and people actually believe in you less. Now, I know there's what people say, like, oh, believe in yourself, then you don't need other people to believe in you. But at the same time, just don't be a cocky bastard about things, and Donner puked again. I guess, glutton dogs have more of a higher chance to puke when they eat. I guess that makes sense, considering they eat so much faster than the other dogs do. And, if you eat quickly, you are more likely to choke. Please eat slowly, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be like me, who horks her food down and probably needs somebody around who knows how to do the Heimlich at all times. Oh, right. I was looking for them when they're up there pupated. Oh, I forgot. I didn't. Oh my goodness gravy. What happened? Wow, their pattern is getting extremely intense. Woof! They're getting metallic, too. You can kind of see the shine on them. Wow, we got some real long dogs. We also learned that the interior is causing the metallic sheen. I guess that makes sense. Caramel kind of has a sheen to it, so I guess having a bunch of caramel would make you sheenier. I don't know. Anyway, who pooed? Unfortunately, I think you can only get one robotic vacuum per game, which would suck, because when we have more rooms, it'd be really nice to have one for each room. Now, isn't that a status symbol? Oh, and for anybody who didn't see the first episode, this is a memorial to our first dog, Binglehop, who was named something stupid and lived a very dumb life, but he was a good boy. What else have we learned? Oh, these are new. Ectobacter. It might hurt to step on this floor if it wasn't so small. Yeah, it does look spiky. You know, that kind of reminded me. Mostly unrelated, but I thought I would... Lately, I've been getting back into the game Just Shapes and Beats. It is quite literally what it says on the tin. It is a bullet hell style game where you have really good music and you gotta dodge the incoming crap. Dodge the incoming crap the game. Isn't that what all bullet hells are when you get down to it? Maybe. But, I've been getting back into that and EDM music and dubstep lately. In fact, there is a particularly good, EDM dubstep band I've been liking lately. They're called Riot. I've been listening to their Overkill EP over and over and over. Fair warning, if you do listen to that, it is extremely hard and brutal dubstep, so if you are not into that, don't. Also, what the heck is this? Clisotrium latrifilius. This one's harder to say than the other one. This one. I can say that. Contrarialis. What in the, where did it go? I forgot which one I was looking at. I guess we'll come back to that when my brain can figure out what the heck it was doing. Oh, right, yeah, this one. Clisotrium latrifilius. Short legs. Short legs. We're just gonna go with that. Let's see. Ectobacter. Skinny legs, thin body, tiny tail. I like the big tails. Maybe I should stop feeding them this. And what did we... Short body. Okay, a lot of these are like... Oh. I need to start feeding them more of their chrysali. Because, it's good for So, there's something I didn't really show everyone. This is a normal over here. This is a normal Petrusia. This is a Petrusia Plus that a chrysalis dropping has attached to, which basically makes it more potent, or, you know, just more capable of mutating. Donna reminds me of I don't know, they remind me of this, oh, I guess they're gonna eat that. Okay, that works. They remind me of this boba tea I really like. It's a lavender tea with normal tapioca in it. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, I have found in the last time that we talked, I have kind of developed a bit of a disorder. Now, do not weep for me. It is entirely livable, and I'm not gonna die from it, but I can't have caffeine because it makes my bladder want to evict itself from my lower abdomen. Makes me pee a lot. I don't like it. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you folks. I don't like the feeling of my my insides being on fire due to caffeine. So now I kind of stay away from tea, and any coffee I drink is now decaf, which is probably better for me anyway because I do struggle with insomnia, and sleep is... I never have enough sleep. Like, ever. So maybe in the end, this is beneficial for me. Another thing I feel like I should mention to you guys, that even when we go in here, even though we do have egg, you don't necessarily need an egg. Like, if you run out of eggs, it's not game over. You can always hatch a default dog. They just don't have anything interesting going on with them. That's why they're default. Boy, they sure are shiny, aren't they? Just a real shiny, long thing. I also feel like their ears have kind of bent forward a bit more. Crazy how genetics work. You need to sleep. Stop derping around and go to sleep. I wish I could just tell... Look, I wish I was a Wobbledog. You tell them to go to sleep, and they go straight to sleep. I wish that was the same way with me. No, it takes me forever to sleep, and when I wake up, I'm groggy as hell, and can't even drink coffee to help myself with it. Let's see. What else has been going on in my life? I feel like everything and yet nothing has been going on in my life. Like, I've told most of you, well, I've told everybody who's listening the majority of what's been, what my life has been like as of late. I'm really excited for Christmas. I hope everyone who celebrates and is watching this is having a good Christmas month, and I hope you have a good Christmas. I'm not expecting much. I am a 24-year-old grown-ass woman who doesn't need a massive Christmas list full of junk. However, I have taken up making candy bracelets lately. Not candy as in the edible kind. Also, geez, you flung yourself quite away. But candy as in K-A-N-D-I. Like pony bead bracelets that you see at raves and the like. Do I go to raves? No. Would I like to at some point? Maybe. Do I enjoy making candy bracelets and have made entirely too many to the point of using up all my string? Definitely. But it's a fun little hobby. You can make some really intense stuff with candy bracelet making. You don't have to just stick to single beaded bracelets. You can make entire cuffs. I've made one that goes up most of my forearm, actually. And I'm thinking if I ever get good enough at making these candy bracelets, I might make it into a side hustle, because of course I am a college student and thousands of dollars in debt, so any money is good. Now, that being said, money is not a thing you should base your life around. It'll just bring you heartache in the end. But people who say that money cannot buy happiness are sadly mistaken. You need money to eat. You need money to stay healthy. You need money to, not freeze to death in the winter or swelter to death in the summer. You need money. That's just how things are in this day and age. And I know, I'm sure a few friends have suggested to me, hey, why don't you, once your gaming channel becomes bigger, become a YouTube partner or something like that. And as I said in the last video, one, I don't expect my channel to become big by any means. And two, I don't want to spend my life constantly worrying about the strange beast that is the YouTube algorithm. YouTube is kind of a clusterfuck as it is. And I'm pretty sure with all of the real talk that I do, and the fact that I make it clear that my content is not for children, because I talk about mature topics and say the F word a lot, it's funny. And this is just kind of a rant about how I see things lately, but YouTube is kind of full of double standards, don't you think? You base your content on being fully wholesome and for kids, and you can't make money. But you focus your time and effort on dealing with adult topics and adult audiences, and you still can't make money. It's stupid, and I'm sure everybody who is watching this has heard one of their favorite YouTubers complain about this before. But it's just, I don't know. The balance beam on which we walk upon as content creators is becoming thinner and thinner every year. And I'm just some random nobody in a nobody state with a nobody channel. I know that I will probably not change anyone's minds. But it'd be cool if, I don't know, maybe something I said changed something somewhere on a really small scale. Okay, we get Contrarialis from Decorative Corn. And we also get Bacto. It is going to be important later that I find all the occurrences of these gut flora besides the food that they come from. I need to find where they all come from and what they all do, which is going to take some doing, so I want nobody to... What did you just eat? Did you just eat dirt? Look at the stomach of this dog. There's so much stuff. That would explain why his face is getting a little more bean-shaped. A lot of Contrarialis in his gut. What's Blitzen's look like? Just as much of a clusterfuck. Okay. I like how when you're looking at their gut, the the music gets all muffled. It's like you shoved your head in their stomach. Ew. I should also maybe mention I've made a lot more friends in the past few months. Again, I'm not going to go into friend drama on this channel because I'm not a drama tuber. I'm not Keemstar. I'm not whatever is out there that focuses on drama. But I had a bit of a skirmish with a past friend group, and they don't really see me as a friend anymore. So I was just kind of, hanging out solo for a while. But I've made a lot more friends, and I'm in new Discord servers, which I'm not going to provide the links for here, because I do not want to drive unwanted traffic towards my new friends and give them a lot of different crap to deal with. But no matter how antisocial you may think you are, or maybe you are, it's just nice to have friends. And lately, I've just been feeling more included. And that's always a really nice change from me just flying solo, which I tend to do. Please don't puke. Okay, good. That means they will be becoming an adult, and we can breed more crazy dogs. I should mention that in Wobbledogs, inbreeding is not so much of a problem, thankfully. I would not want to have to deal with the consequences that can come from things like that. I don't like feeling like a backyard breeder, but that's not a problem you have to worry about. So you can take the genes from quote-unquote siblings, and there's no real consequence for that. Now, if this were a more realistic game, then yes, I imagine there would be something like that, but I'm just gonna... I keep vacuuming things up before the thing can. Holy crap! I haven't been realizing their back legs. They're like a frickin' kangaroo! Woof! That's a big boy! But they're an adult now, and they're actually quite interesting looking. I'm very proud of them. Donner, however, is still a teen, and I figure this video is probably getting on in length. So we're gonna wait until Donner becomes an adult, mix some genes together, see what we come with, and then I'll probably end the episode. And hopefully, the next episode after this one will not take as long for me to make as this one did. I fib. It's not that this took a long... These videos do not take a long time to make. Especially when they're like stream of consciousness type things. Like me constantly rambling on about God knows what. But... Whew, excuse me. But it just took me a long time to be in a place where I felt comfortable recording in. So, and just so much crap to deal with. I've still got a lot of college left. Even after this semester, I won't even be halfway done with the credits I need for an associate's degree. And I'm sure people are like, why is it taking you so long? Isn't it an associate's degree supposed to only take 2 years? Yes! However, I haven't been taking the full credit hours every semester because I did that the first semester and it wasn't great for my mental health. And I just feel really grateful that the college that I'm in just allows me to take things at a slower pace. It's nice. Really, it is. I want Donner to eat more cheese. Eat cheese. And the best part about this cheese is that it's a very small food. You can just have them eat a literal fuck ton of cheese. I'm sure my real life dogs would also eat an imperial fuck ton of cheese if they could. However, Wobbledogs are not normal dogs. You can feed Wobbledogs many things that would not be good for a real dog. So, I would not feed my actual dogs a crap ton of cheese. Even if they wanted it, even if they loved it, which I'm sure they would. It's just not a sustainable thing. Remember, you need a balanced diet, and so does your dog. Boy, they just... long and more pale. They just keep getting paler and paler and paler. More glossy, though. I like that. Did we find out? Yeah. Oh, that's why they're getting paler, because this causes a white body tone. Thick. Maybe with our next one we'll try making a thick dog. Or maybe we should do a tall dog. Remember, you can always suggest type of genetics or topics I should go on about, or anything, really, in the comments, if you like. Oh. It is also kind of getting late. It's, I have to make sure to finish this before, noise curfew. I just, really hope my recording session hasn't, dropped off, or, like... I just hope the recording's been going right this time, because I've been recording for almost 45 minutes, and if any of this went down the cropper because it wasn't recording my voice, I'm going to be many much sad. Wow, what is with those legs? They look like they're having trouble walking. That, or they're always doing that kind of big stretch thing like that a cat does. But it also makes them just more wobbly. And I do like that. They are wobbled. Great stuff, Donner. Good content. Oh, look at that leg! Look at that leg go. They like the pets. There probably will be dogs in the future that, do not like being pet. And we will have to find other ways of entertaining them. Which we actually have. Let me actually put some down. Give them some music, and we can give them a TV, even though it's just static, but it increases their fun stat. So, and you know what? Just 'cause I love that. I love the caterpillar statue. It's so colorful and cute, and I want one in my room. Unfortunately, I don't think my landlord would approve. Whew. I feel like I've been talking for just forever. Forever and ever and ever. What's this about? Lucium coli. Spreads its charm wherever it goes. Interesting. Oh, this is... Aw. Who's this little guy? Looks like it has a lot of effects. We're gonna have to experiment with that one. We're gonna have to experiment with more alien fruit, I think. But right now, I want Donner to just eat so much cheese. I want all the cheese. Blitzen sure likes to sleep. Reminds me of my little dog, Callie. She likes to sleep a lot. There are also dogs that are food averse, and it's harder to get them to eat. Which, is not my favorite trait. Because it makes them harder to get interesting genetics about. Honestly, with Donner's offspring, we might just go for flat. Yeah, I think we might go with flat dog with a big tail. There is a phenomenon with short dogs that seems to happen in this game, where when they become incredibly short, their legs become spindly and that of kind of an insect, and they have trouble walking. I don't like the way those ones look, so I will try and avoid that in dog breeding as much as I possibly can. No, don't eat the dirt! No, you ate the... Donner, you're not supposed to eat dirt. Oh boy. I'm just kind of thinking about all I have to do tomorrow. I do have class tomorrow. Thinking about what other things I need to remember for the final. Which isn't really a final. It's just kind of like, this is your last unit in the class and there's your lot kind of thing. Aw, Blitzen, why haven't you been eating? Here, eat chicken. Eat chicken. Eat chicken. Eat the chicken. Eat it. There's a good dog. They really... Oh, wow, it's not like arcade carpet. It's more like leopard spots. I like that. They're fancy. Fancy schmancy dog. I just heard another poo. I wish we could have a little robot that not only cleans up liquid spills. I wish we had like a poo cleaning robot in this game, but unfortunately we do not. There are such things in real life, like litter masters and stuff like that. But after there have been like, you know, some that don't work right, and they trap the cats or they hurt them in some way. Which is not great. That's no bueno, my friends. I don't know. I guess I wish there was more ingenuity without harm. You know, I wish there was more ingenuity without focus on profitability. Unfortunately, in this big late capitalism world, it seems like that will only be a pipe dream for poor old Phoenyx. Sometimes I worry about the state of the world. I thought I was going to grow up and there was going to be like this utopia society. Kind of like what you see in those Frutiger Arrow pictures. if you don't know what those are, think like Windows XP. Lots of pictures of fields and water and technology intermixing with nature. That's the future I was kind of hoping we'd get. Unfortunately, it seems like that is just a pipe dream. Who knows? Maybe the next generations can make it happen. I'd like to believe that there's some optimism out there. Anyway, that's kind of a bummer. Whew. Boy, this episode's getting long in the tooth. I hope, oh, we got an egg! Blitzen must still put that egg out there. I want capsules! Why aren't you giving capsules? I want capsules. Well, I guess you can't rush those kinds of things, can you? Whew. So, let's see. I don't know. I don't know when it decides that they're ready to pupate. I haven't really been paying attention to that. Maybe I should. But it's kind of hard to pay attention to everything that happens in a game while also, you know, trying to keep your stream of consciousness legible. Not legible. Understandable, I guess. Comprehensible. There's the word. But it's been fun to record. Honest question for you guys who might be watching. Do you guys think I talk too much? Because I can always slow down. It'd probably be a bit easier for me, too. Oh, speak of capsules and they shall arrive. What's in here? Snowy carpet! Okay, this is huge. Because when they dig, they will find special Christmassy food. And so I'm very glad we got that. So let me... You know what? Clouds and snow. Now it looks like a winter wonderland. Very Christmassy. Let's see if we can get Blitzen over here to dig up something special. Here, I'll help you. Do it. Come on, you can do it. Come on. I think they're just having trouble ambulating due to their long, goofy body. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Good dog. Boy, they're having trouble. See, we get presents. Sit. I accidentally destroyed it. Welp. Crap. Well, it's okay. That's not the only one that we'll get. Let me expel the dogs and see if I can get them to do it again. I don't want to do that. You will do that. I'm sorry, but you will. Yes. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Oh, we got a capsule, though. Stubby, snow-covered tree. That's very Christmassy. I like that. Trying to get another present. Come on, you can do it, Donner. There we go. Good dog. And I stopped them because I pet them like a dingus. I am just not very good at this, am I? Are you freaking kidding me? Get out of here. Get out of there. I need you to do a thing. You will do that. You will do that. Yes. Come on. Just snow. But we can't have them eat the snow. Here, eat snow. I'm pretty sure it gives a similar thing to the dirt. It's just snow. Probably turns them a bit whiter. If I make any sense. I want to see if we can dig up another present, though. Come on! You gotta make up for my stupidity. Come on, do it. Dig! Blitzen, while you're at it, can you dig? I need you to dig. Come on, give us a present. Nope, just more snowballs. We might have to wait until next episode. Hopefully, it will still be Christmas month by the time that we get to that. Dashing through the snow. There's still no presents. Making me real sad. Why do you do this? I want you to eat more cheese before you mutate. Actually, you can't. Your stomach's all full. Well, I guess we might have to wait until next episode to see what the presents are like. Unless we can get Blitzen to dig one up. I don't want to do that. You will. Good boy. Yeah, come on! Dig, 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 dig! Well, I don't know how we're finding flower seeds in the snow. Come on, do it again. You can do it. Come on! Bless you. And they fell over. Uh-oh! Looks like one of my other friends is going to cameo in this. Whoops. Why can I... Oh, right. You will. You will. Yes. Do it. Dig, dig, dig. Yes! We got one, and this time I'll actually open it instead of destroying it. Ta-da! We get cheese balls and fruit cake and candy canes. Special food for the special dogs. Now, let's pop Donner out of their cocoon. Do a round of dog breeding, and then we shall end this episode. They have such a nice color scheme, honestly. Wow. Back leg stance width is almost maxed, as is length, and almost gloss. Alright, well, let's take a look at these real quick. Glossy sheen. Okay, we'll have to play with that more. Long ears, tiny nose. We could make rabbit dogs. Alright, let's try this out. I think we're gonna go for flatness this time. Let's see what we get. Ooh, lots of pastel dogs. That makes me happy. We're gonna go for the flattest looking ones. Oh boy, they're getting awful flat. Oh, there's that tail let's try that again. Tail variation. Where instead of being big and fluffy, it kind of looks more like a squirrel. I do realize that these might look a little boring, considering they kind of look like, you know, default dog. Oh, stubby tail! Stubby tail! Like, ooh, and that's like a beaver tail. We're getting a lot of tail variation here. I know you can also get dogs with wings. Oh boy, that's a lot of dogs. I hope we do get some winged dogs in the future. Let's go. We're still going for flat. So, that's a pretty flat dog. And so is this guy. Let's see. Lots of long tails. And very glossy. They remind me kind of like rubber dogs. Any variation here? There might be. Oh, there's some eye variation. That one's all squinty. Oh, and that one's kind of green. I like that. Let's try these two. Oh my goodness. I like the green. I like the green. Green is my favorite color, after all. Let's see if there's anything with interesting traits here. Very sniffly dogs. I wonder if that means I've been, neglecting their noses. Boy, I hope not. Oh boy, they're getting real flat. I guess that is what we wanted, though. Litters are getting smaller. So let's try and go for the most similar looking ones. Ooh, boy, they got thick. That is not what I wanted. I want thin. I want thin, flatty dogs. I want pancakes. Pancakey dogs. Oh my god, look at that one's tail! It's like a bird. It's like a bird tail. Oh, I love that. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. We're gonna see if we can get that to continue. We're also gonna try this. Are they flat? No, they're actually... Yeah, no, they're kind of flat. We're gonna see if we can just keep going for tail variation. Looks like that paddle tail stayed. I don't mind that. Some new traits. Stability is going down pretty steadily. Let's go for thin. Warf. That's not very thin. We want to go for the thin guys. We're kind of thinning out the soup a bit. So let's go for... We might get our resultant here. Oh no! Actually, I chose correctly. Goody goody. Ooh, the music's getting awful wobbly. That's how you know we're getting down to the wire. I haven't seen the popsicle stick tails very often in my previous playthroughs. I'm glad to be seeing new stuff here. Oh, that one's got a scruffy tail. And so does that one. Lots of gloss going on here. They're all very glossy dogs. This one and this one with the scruffy tail. Boy, we're just gonna keep going. I have a knack for this, don't I? This one, and looks like we're back to the popsicle stick tails. This one. There's the scruffy tail again. But they're not very thin, so I don't think we're gonna go for them. We want a flat dog. So it always sucks when there's a mutation that just is the opposite of what you're going for. Oh dear. Now we really might get our resultant. But that's okay. We did 18, 19 generations. Okay, this is getting silly now. There's an orange guy. Honestly, I kind of like him. Let's, Oh boy, the thinness. I'm not liking the way these guys are not ending up thin. Looks like here's our... Oh my god, it's got a curly tail! That's a good one to... That's good. I like it. I like that dog. Well, now that we got that fertilized egg, and we've talked about a lot of things and done a lot of things, we are going to end this for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my rambles in the gameplay. And next time on Phoenix Feather Gaming, we shall hatch our new dog, breed some more dogs, and talk about more stuff. Until next time, everybody. Goodbye! Oh, let's save first. And now goodbye for real. Bye, everybody!